everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Khushbu and today we are going to talk about GSOC. As the organizations for GSOC is going to be announced near 10 March, this is very high time for you to start contributing and learning about it. So I wanted to provide you all with some tips and advices from someone who is experienced so that this journey of GSOC become easier for you. I invited Anjishnu Bhaiya. He is GSOC 2020 participant and he worked with MLPAC. So also there is a surprise for you all who are thinking of applying for the same. So stay tuned for that. So as this video is a little bit long, I want to tell you all the gist of these 8 points and the timestamps where the points start. So if you really want to understand the essence that why he advised this and what is the thinking behind it, then you have to watch the complete video. Let's discuss the gist of the point and then we are going to discuss each and every point in detail, and then there is a surprise for you all towards the end. So stay tuned. So the first point is, don't choose the organization on the basis of its size. Second, look at the code base first and then decide if you want to contribute or not. Third, be patient with your review cycle. Fourth point is, do something first and then introduce yourself. Let your work introduce you. Don't try to understand the whole code base. Seventh, start contributing as early as possible. And 8. Before submitting the final draft, get it reviewed. So first, like this video and now let's understand each and every point in detail.
तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस मतलब यूजुअली दो टाइप के होते हैं. देयर आर लाइक बिग ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस लाइक टेंसरफ्लो सॉर्ट ऑफ एग्जांपल. फिर देयर आर लाइक स्मॉलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस जिसमें लाइक एक दो बंदे सेलेक्ट होते हैं. तो लाइक टेंसरफ्लो में बहुत लोग सिलेक्ट होते हैं, ठीक है, लाइक मोर देन 10 समटाइम्स, नॉट समटाइम्स, लाइक यूजुअली. तो बट उसमें लाइक कंपटीशन भी बहुत ज़्यादा होता है बिकॉज लाइक टेंसरफ्लो गूगल का है तो लोग सोचते हैं वाह स्वैग ज़्यादा होगा. बट वैसा कुछ है नहीं. मतलब टेंसरफ्लो पे मतलब तुमको अगर कुछ मतलब कोड बेस तुमको उसका समझ आ गया है तो तुम यू कैन अप्लाई, लाइक एनीवन कैन. बट इफ अगर तुमको उसमें कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, यू माइट जस्ट गो फॉर समथिंग यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन. ठीक है. तो that is the first thing कि like don't just decide based on the size of the organization. Decide what you're interested in and then find the organization that works with that, right? So for example, you might be interested in machine learning or something, or app development. So like search for like organizations that do that and you'll find a list of organizations. Then like what I do is like or not what I do, what I did. It's like I like you'll get like 5 organizations, let's say, that satisfy all of your criteria, and then you have to go to like each and every one of the pages, like the project pages, and see if like any of the code makes any sense to you, right? So मतलब अगर पूरा ही उर्दू लग रहा है स्टार्टिंग से, so it might be tough to like make an actual contribution like within a short time. But let's say you know C++ and you don't know Python and pura code base Python mein, so it's going to be impossible for you to contribute, right? So like make that like a major factor. You should like look at each of the code bases for all of your choices and then decide like which one to go forward with, right? So uske baad bhi you might have like one or two choices. Like it might be just one choice, which is like the optimal case कि तुम उसमें ही पूरा time दे दो. You might have like two choices, right? So like let's say you have a choice of an organization which is big and another choice of an organization which is small, but both are in like in your domain and you know the language, right? So usme you have to like try and like contribute in both of them and like get involved with both the communities. This is like my observation from like one or two organizations, like not from a lot of organizations, but let's say like if it's a smaller thing, like more people will interact with you and like your like let's say you're trying to submit a pull request, right? So I assume you know what a pull request is. It's like you write some code and submit it to the organization.
Yeah.
Um, so let's assume that you have a pull request and you're submitting it to one of the smaller organizations. Usually, like the feedback cycle is faster, right? So in like bigger organizations, like because they have like a lot of different PRs open at the same time, and there are very few people working on it because it's open source and like not full-time jobs. So like the feedback cycles are usually longer, right? So like there might be automated systems like CI and Travis and all that, but those like don't guarantee your PR is going to be accepted, right? You might need to make changes after that. Like some human has to verify your PR first, right? So for example, uh, like if like in my organization, right, like where I did it, my first PR took like around 2 months to get accepted, right? So and one of my peers is open for more than a year. तो उसमें कोई काम बचा है नहीं, उसमें सब कुछ खत्म हो चुका है, but I just have to keep updating it from time to time कि because they don't have time to merge it, right? So that should also be a thing which you should take into account कि if you're comfortable with longer review cycles, then like you'll understand that from like 1 or 2 PRs like which is submit initially. If you're comfortable with that, then apply to that organization. If you're not comfortable with that, go with the ones which have smaller cycles, right? That's one thing. And like this there is another thing कि लोग बोलते हैं ना कि interact with the community, जाके mix हो जाओ, बातें करो, introduce yourself. तो इसमें like for example like in community का जो होता है कि they usually have like a, Slack channel or something on free node or something, right? Matrix or something. So what happens is people like, let's say you're a random guy from an IT, right? uh, so you will introduce yourself as I am Abhishek Pathak or something from IIT ABCDE, and I study in second year. My interests are this is this. So that is like, I mean, see it from my viewpoint, right? Like if I am a mentor, hypothetically, then like I don't even like, let's say I live outside of India, right? So I don't even know what an IIT is, maybe possible, and I don't even like bothered about what your interests are. If you're able to contribute to the code base, it's good enough for me, right? So like that is a very standard thing like which people go wrong with, I feel. Ki, do something first and then introduce yourself, right? कि I did it, like ये PR है मेरा, इसमें I have these doubts, could someone help me with it? By the way, I am ABCDE, right? So उसमें like people will remember you more, I feel. फिर होता है कि like let's say you have a big code base, right? So you obviously won't understand like every part of it before like the application period. So don't even try to. That's the point. Like focus on like any one part where there is like an open issue or something, uh, and then like try to fix it by understanding only what that part is doing, right? It usually like you can go through test cases or like go through like a manual step through of only that part of the code, and usually that gives you a good idea of how to like write that code for that particular issue. So I guess like matlab, what I'm trying to say is like don't try to understand the entire code base at once, because like that might seem scary for like people who are just starting out. Just focus on one small part where you're trying to fix one small thing and submit the PR for that. If you get stuck anywhere, just ask people on the community. They'll probably help, it might take time, or it like long times for larger organizations or smaller times for others, right? um, that's one thing. And फिर होता है कि in let's say in some code bases, like they're very easy to set up, right, locally. So some code bases are like pretty tough to set up. uh, so they have like a lot of dependencies and stuff, and you might get stuck like just installing it. So be free to like ask that also in the community, and someone will probably respond, right? Because if it's a common issue, it's probably written down somewhere. So for example, in my case, like I tried to install the code in a Linux system first. That was like very easy to do. Then I tried to install it on a Mac. That was tough to do because like they needed to change some CMake flags manually to actually compile it. So uske liye I had to find an issue that was 8 years old and it was like closed, but it was there, right? And
Okay.
someone in the community pointed it out. So like don't get scared, like if you can't just install the software, like try to understand why it's not getting installed, and like if you can't figure it out, then like ask, right? And like if no one helps you out, obviously like don't keep on wasting time, because time is important and you have like very few days to understand and contribute and then write an application. So you have to like balance out like how you're spending your time, right? And फिर होता है कि like I don't know if it's a trend in like all organizations, but in some organizations, people start contributing from like, I don't know, like in MLPAC, for example, I'm seeing people contribute from like October or something, right? And they're going to apply next year, like this year. So like it gets tough like when it's like a bigger organization, because there are going to be some people, like at least one or two people who are contributing like right from October, and like every month they're doing something, right? So usually like big organizations will have like multiple projects, right? So like because they're in the community, you can try and get an idea about which projects they're applying for, right? Because they'll ask questions relevant to that, and you might even like they might even like state it like publicly in the forum that I'm applying for this one, right? So if you get to know which project they're applying for, the best idea is probably not to apply for that project, because like because they've been contributing for such a long time, they'll probably have a higher chance of getting selected, right? So that's a very important thing. um, but like last time also, in MLPAC, for example, around 120 people applied, and around 10 slots tha, I think, approximately, right? So बाद में I think they reduced it to 6 or something. So there is like more than a 1:10 uh, like competition for each and every place, right? But for one of the places, like for one project, um, there was one guy who has been contributing for like a very long time, right? And like I initially thought कि हम उस project में apply करूँगा, but then I thought कि I've been contributing for like only 1 month or 2 months, right? So like usme I don't have a chance, but if I apply to another project where like other people have been contributing for a limited time, I might have a chance, right? So and like usme bhi there is a lot of luck involved. Like let's say you have been contributing for a long time, but like Google doesn't fund that particular project, right? So for example, let's say MLPAC decided to apply for 10 slots, but let's say they get only 8 slots, hypothetically, let's say. So two people, they might have been contributing for a long time, and they were like chosen for those two projects basically, but those two projects didn't get funded. So that happens. Like that happened last year also for one project. And basically like if that happens, like apply again next year, obviously, if you have time. Like if you are in third year, you can apply again. Yeah, your proposal, right? So उसमें like a proposal is like assume ki you have like let's say 7 or 8 people who are going to review all the proposals, and they'll take into account like I'm saying 7 or 8 at least, right? It might be larger, it might be less for different organizations. um, so assume 7 or 8 people, and they're going to review all the proposals, and they'll also take into account कि तुम community में कितने interact किए हो, and जो तुम contributions किए हो, right? तो one good thing to do is कि before you submit the proposals for the final draft, you can submit it once and ask them to review it. उसका एक option होता है कि if you submit it once before the deadline, Google Docs में shared होता है, and they can edit it, like add comments and stuff, right? तो if you do that, they might give you an idea कि proposal में ये part तुम थोड़ा सा change कर सकते हो, and so on, like if they know you.
Okay.
So last time there's this guy called Zoc in MLPAC. उसका actual नाम Zoc नहीं है, कुछ German नाम है, I forgot, but like everyone calls him Zoc, right? So he added like 10 comments on like 2 of my pages. So I had to rewrite those 2 pages in the last hour and then submit, right? So that's like, I think, very helpful ki trying to get it reviewed, but mentors might be busy. So it's not always कि तुम submit कर दिए पहले and they will review it, they might not, right? So it's a matter of luck, but like you should try.
So now, this is the time for the surprise. It is very important to get your proposal reviewed, and if you get it reviewed, it will be very helpful for you. So here is something from my side from you all. So if you want your proposal to get it reviewed by Anjishnu, you can send it to me to this email, and you will hear back from us very soon. But make sure that you are giving him enough time and not sending your proposal on the deadline itself, so that he can give you the review, and then you can actually improve your proposal. If this video was helpful and any point make any sense to you, give this video a like, share it with all your friends who are thinking about applying in GSOC. Subscribe to the channel and let me know if you are thinking of applying in GSOC or not. You can comment down below. I will see you all super soon next time. Bye.